Moving on with video number 2 in our series. The only reason we're going to feature the Germans now is we featured the French first, and just so happens Germany's right next door, a border neighbor, and so we're still in Europe. Certainly the Americans, during the period of time that these German picks were produced, have a far greater diversity. But you're going to see the Germans have quite a few of their own. So let's get right at it and take a look at what we got here. I'm going to have to show you a lot of close-ups. The lighting isn't the best. This group up in here, take a look at all these right here. Here. Pre-war Germany. Also, most likely these as well, pre-war Germany. There's going to be a big jump with this group right here. The Gotz and the Herdim, 1960. GEWA here, 1960. So let's get a little closer look at what we got here. Some really incredible shapes, nice shell patterns, some cork grips, a variety of materials. Got this big ukulele pick made of cow leather, and it is now very stiff as a pick. It's very thick, as you could see. Look at that baby. On the back, ukulele, leather pick. To the left of it, we have this Gotz pick. Really fine striations in that mandolin shape there. To the left of that, we have Herdim, and it says registered. That was a commonly seen term, registered, on pre-war German picks. So I want to just show you the close-ups of these, because you really got to see the names up close to appreciate them. This camera will focus here in a second. There you go, just stamped Germany. The material, not certain of it. It's not celluloid, could be Goliath, could be Cassian. This picture next to it is certainly Cassian. It's Herdim, Germany, and it says registered. Beautiful patina on that. And here we have a 1930s Gotz. That company, one of the oldest music companies in Germany from the 1800s. And Klaus Gotz, I consider a friend. He's given me so many of these wonderful picks you see here. In fact, I acquired all these from Klaus right here, the Fitzroy, and these registered picks. This is the oldest mosaic German pick that I have, and it says, and is stamped, made in Germany. How sweet, made in Germany. And of a mosaic type that I've never seen before and haven't seen since. It's the only mosaic of its kind that I have. Now here we got the boomerang. It looks like a boomerang, and it's actually from the Seidel Schoen Company. Made in the late 20s, it became a hit boomerang. They made a boomerang out of this shape. And 1931, it was their best seller. It says Saxony here on the bottom, if you could see it. Boomerang Saxony, and it actually functions as a pick, and it's even been beveled. As a guitar player, I could tell you, I held it in my hand, and I realized this is a pick. They beveled these edges so you could actually play with it as a pick. Made of celluloid, and the pick above it, look at that, same exact type of celluloid. And once again, we have Germany registered, but it says USA on it. Correction, the word is testimonial, registered USA. Perhaps they were attempting to sell it to the U.S., but the U.S. wasn't producing this type of celluloid at the time. So Charlie convinced, and it did come from Germany, by the way, but it says USA on it. Interesting. Over here we have a Fitzroy. Can't tell you who Fitzroy was, but it says Fitzroy right there. And right here it says made in Germany. Two more Fitzroys next to it. This beautiful home plate style pick, only with this deep curvature in it, only seen in German models. And it's been hand beveled as well. 1930 there, another Fitzroy, and this baby even gets thicker than the other one. Fitzroy, made in Germany. Wow, look at that, about 3 millimeters thick. Really gorgeous pick with that hand beveling and nice curvature on the inside. One is concave and one is convex. If you lay the pick flat. Here we have a lark. Who is lark? No idea who lark is. But there it is. German pick, came from Germany. And it even has a surface texture to it. But it's celluloid. Usually a surface texture is seen on a genuine tortoiseshell pick. Now we have a Gotz pick down here. It is an older celluloid, leading me to believe that it is perhaps a pre-war German pick. Over here, just because of what it says, this little mandolin pick, Blitz. And what a word to have on a German pick, Blitz. It was so popular in World War II, the Blitzkrieg. And of course, among young culture here, when I grew up in the 60s and 70s, you got blitzed. No idea whether it's a company name, why it was made. The non-slip, 1930s. These are Weizenbart picks right here. Weizenbart, again, very small print. It says registered on it, even has a number. Tortellini, a word also seen in 1930s German catalogs. Tortellini was simply another commercial name for celluloid. The cork grip picks here is the non-slip. Notice the celluloid similarities to this pick as well. And sometimes we have to extrapolate. That's why we know this Gotz is from that era, because of the extrapolation of the celluloid. And as we see here, we have the cork grip spelling with the German K. A lot of American-made picks using the German spelling for cork with a K instead of English with a C. Germans were the masters at rubber picks, and that's what we have down here. We have a GEWA pick, I'm told. The person I got it from, pre-war, GEWA, contraction of the word, the proper name, George Walther. First two letters of the first name and first two letters of the last name. We have another GEWA pick here. I think that this particular GEWA is probably pre-war. And the reason is its shield design, and it's not focusing that well, but its shield design is slightly larger in lettering than this GEWA right here. I was hoping that would come into focus. There we go. Now that's come into focus. And now we could see the other one. You could see the shield on the one on the left is larger than the one on the right. And those little details can be significant, especially when dating a pick. Down here we have Herdim, and it's showing Germany. And again, it mentions the word registered on it, leading me to believe that this too is a pre-war pick. Same with the next three right here. But this Herdim doesn't say that. And this Herdim became popular with Robert Fripp, who loved this shape right here, this particular Herdim. And he had his own picks made eventually out of Vulcan rubber, Ebonite, Ebonene. It went by all those names. Now this one was shown seemingly upside down, but it's not. It's just the logo was printed in the other direction. So in order to read it, you have to have the point down. When you had to have the point up. The only Hopf German pick I have in the collection, exceedingly rare for obvious reasons, and I can't for certain say what the dating is, but I'm inclined to believe it's probably pre-war. Now we know these Gotz picks right here, which are a combination of rubber celluloid, are from about 1960. They were making those perhaps a little earlier, but also later throughout the 60s. A lot more we could say about these. Right now, I want to show you a few catalogs, and just one more word about this. We really haven't covered this bel canto. This bel canto is in a shape that was popular from 1900 to the 1930s, but I have a 1960 bel canto catalog, and that shape is not in there. So let's go to some of the German catalogs right now. And we just saw that bel canto, and here's a 1930s Hop catalog 25 in which that shape was popular. No logos on them, though. And these were also mandolin picks, by the way, but I think they were co-opted because they're also used as collar stays. There's that ukulele pick we saw featured at the top row. in our display of German picks. And we'll go back to this page right here. You see that beautiful white pick shown on here. That the home plate picks we had just shown you right there, featured right there. So definitively we know the dating on those. And the non-slip pick shown there, non-slip here. No interesting thing, when I was at the store to buy this, the sales clerk had to check with the owner to see how much they wanted because they knew it was vintage. And the owner said, check to see if it's tortoise. And the guy bit into it and put a dent in it. I could have cringed at that point. Anyway, there's more reference material for the German picks. And we're going to get to reference material at the conclusion of the German section. A whole lot more to feature on the French, the Germans. Americans are coming up next in video 3. And they're going to blow us out of the water too. So we'll talk to you then. My name's Joe. Play more guitar picks. Take a look at the reference information at the bottom. Thanks.